Do you think the film industry, everything that's going on, whether it's your being dragged into the Anurag Kashyap case, whether it's the drug debate, whether it's the Sushant Singh tragedy, in part, Bollywood or the film industry has been made a target because it's paying a price for its traditional caution, some would say cowardice. Not people like you, not people like others who are vocal, but there is an entire culture of silence where nobody takes a stand. Do you think the film industry is paying the price for that, some would say, cowardly silence today?
I don't think it is cowardly as much as some people think that not all silence is cowardice and not all speech is courage. Even when I was going to take the legal recourse, a lot of people told me, कीचड़ में पत्थर मत फेंको, कीचड़ से पत्थर तुम्हारे ऊपर ही आता है. But hey, I didn't start this. And I don't think that silence means culpability, because in this area, in this time of 80,000 fake bot troll accounts, and you don't know who's real, who's not. Most people do not want their name to be associated with controversy, so they choose to keep quiet and hope that it dies down. But it's up to them, and I don't think that going forward a lot of people will be silent. That's what I'm feeling in my gut, because I also feel like the film industry has had enough. You can't be calling people to shoot your PSAs and do your telethons and do your free ads and tweet for you and congratulate you on you completing so many anniversaries and episodes if you are going to basically use their name, their fame, their beauty, their popularity to garner TRPs for yourself. I don't think that's going to go down well with the film industry.
Do you think the film industry has taken the stand it should have, or do you think too many people are still too silent?
I can't speak for anybody, but I do believe that we will see a lot more people speaking up, because a lot of what has happened is just pure malice. The question is, why do we enjoy hating somebody so much? This kind of hate tends to eat itself out from within. That's what I believe. That's what time, and again, it's a time tested thing.
Can I ask you to talk about? I did read what you wrote about the Sushant Singh tragedy, and it was a very moving piece. But since then, it's become this circus, and it's become like this one woman the country almost gathered to hate, Riya Chakrabarti. Again, I've never met Riya Chakrabarti, and with no disrespect to her, I didn't know she existed before this case actually thrown up. Now she's almost the most infamous name in India. How do you think, what do you think of the manner in which she's been treated, one? And two, again, shining a light back on your industry, are you disappointed that such few people actually spoke up for her?
I think a lot of people spoke up for her. I think the case is still sub judice. Let the law take its own course, because clearly I'm somebody who believes in the legal recourse, and I think Ria and her lawyer will decide what's best for her in the future going forward. However, I really think that the culpability of some media networks must be investigated. You can't be playing visuals of people dancing and saying nashedi, kanjedi, all. Have you seen us? Have you seen our skins and our bodies? Please explain to me, do we look like drug addicts, or do those people who get so enraged that their eyes sort of diverge and eyeballs go into two different directions and their glasses get foggy? Please explain to me. How do we look like we are drug addicts and they look like they're healthy individuals? Please have people sitting in news studios like screaming at the top of their voices. Please ask them to take a drug test as soon as possible.
Not just a drug test. I feel that anchors who are quoting from WhatsApp conversations of other people should first reveal their own WhatsApp conversations.
The truth will eventually come out. That's the thing about the truth. Seasonally, it may be perturbed, but it does eventually come out. Whether in 5 months or 10 years, it does. And you have to be ready for the reckoning.
So let me ask you this: why are you taking such a cautious position in expressing your opinion on the Anurag Kashyap case? Is that legal advice? Is that what you really think? Because you've known him well.
I have done one film with him in 2010-11, which was Gangs of Wasipur, which went on to be a cult film. When he produced films that I was in Masan, etc., I had very, very limited interaction with him. I don't really hang out with him. I haven't. In the past decade, I've met him. I can count on my fingers the number of times I've met him, mostly at screenings. And also, I'm not an advocate for Mr. Kashyap. He has a very, very sound legal team. He can defend himself. A lot of people have offered their support to him. And yes, to some extent, it is legal advice because, as I told you before, um, they were out to make me a party as a criminal conspirator in this case against him. So I am following legal advice and not going out of my way and defending him. He can defend himself.
There's a question here for you. Do you think that this entire episode is targeted at you because of your socio-political opinions? And does this make you afraid of expressing your opinions in the current time?
I don't think that I'm being targeted for my socio-political opinions because my opinions are equal, equal amount of skepticism for both political parties. If a journalist is beaten up in UP, I will talk about it. If a journalist is beaten up in Chhattisgarh, which is a Congress state, I will talk about it. I am what we call in Hindi Sthai Vipaksh in my head, and I think that's the best way to be in a democracy. And I don't think that people sitting at the top will invest in such poor strategies so as to target us because of our opinions, because then people will say that we are being targeted. I don't think that they should be so myopic and short sighted. I don't think that's the case.
I have about 5 minutes left with you because I know you're on shoot in Lucknow and we have to free you. So I'm going to just try with a bunch of questions. Do you feel do you feel the lady who took your name, the reference is obviously to Payal Ghosh, did it to sensationalize her stand or to manipulate the narrative?
Uh, well, the hashtags and all were used, so I tend to believe that some amount of it was to, um, gather more publicity. If today I say something about myself and Madonna, who is a more famous, more accomplished person, then it will make it to the same headline. So I think that there was definitely an intent to gather more traction for her case, which is fine, but you shouldn't have slandered us and said the obscene things that you did, and also that commenting on people's appearance and calling them nominal, etc., was really shows really it was in bad taste.
Have you had to face backlash for your opinions in terms of losing out on work?
I haven't.
No one has said to you, you're too much of a nuisance, you get into too much trouble, you're too controversial. Tone it down, Richa.
People have said are outspoken hai, bindas hai. So I think it works both ways. I think that a lot of people think that my bholi Punjaban type of avatar is me in real life, and I'm not a method actor. I just have you know that. And other than that, I mean, whoever says whatever they do, they almost say it. Sometimes it's patronizing, sometimes it's almost cute, like, but it's cute in general, like, अरे आप तो intelligent actress हैं या आप तो thinking actress है या thinking woman symbol, पता नहीं ऐसा. So I don't really fall for these labels.
Actually, there are many comments like that on the screen saying, oh, wow, she's so intelligent. We never thought she'd manage to articulate her thoughts so well. So, just when you were talking about that, I took one of those because I think it spoke to what you were saying.
Yeah, but there are
Another
a
interesting,
few educated. Yes.
sorry, complete.
I said there are plenty of really educated, intelligent people, men and women who work in the film industry. Do not be fooled. Sometimes we do rosy roti films, and don't think that we don't have common sense and we don't know what we are doing. But it is our passion, and I think society must be kind to its artists. कितना भी तुम बॉयकॉट बॉलीवुड दिन में चला लो, रात को तुम क्या पिक्चर देखते हो हमें सब पता होता है.